like one of the tools that we have for testing ads is the golden bear method. Has been where you can really quickly go through just a ton of ads for a small amount of money and get a really, really good idea about whether Facebook is going to. First of all, you can select the ones that are most likely to perform on Facebook and get a really good idea of if that ad is going to be successful or not. I mean, I didn't have any method. I used to just test everything and test everything. It took forever, it cost a lot of money. That it's worth taking the course just to to understand the golden bear method of testing ads. I think the course is worth it just for that. I mean, that has been so helpful. Everything I run now, is with golden bear. So I'm using this for like 5 or 6 different companies, and it's proven with every company. It is proven to, I would say 90 to 95% of the time it gets it right, at a fraction of the cost and a lot quicker. Just that alone is, you got a framework over here that has been so helpful for me. And to give a little bit of background, so I'm an Orthodox Jew, and I live in Lakewood, New Jersey, where we have a lot of young entrepreneurs that are running successful businesses within the Jewish community over here. And I got lucky that there are not that many people that are proficient in Facebook ads. And that was taking the course was an investment for me, where I wanted to be kind of the go-to person in the community that knew Facebook ads. And so I jumped in. Also, like I said, Charlie's personal touch with his own story, I felt that was very authentic. And between those two things, it's just been a great investment for me. Like I was doing, as Charlie says, like the stock market trading of checking things like every 5 minutes, turning things on, turning them off. And now it's like maybe I make one change every 2 or 3 days if things are going well. Few basic rules that you got, and then you focus on the ads, and beyond that, you focus on the business fundamentals, helping the business owner make the right choices. Looking at one of the things that I've really put a lot of focus in is the second purchase that you talk
Yeah,
so much
second
about,
purchase rate,
growing
like
the LTV.
LTV. Like we had a huge, I think we had like 2 chats, like one on one even, where it was like diving into like how do we look at our Facebook ads and how do we look at our business performance? And knowing that what we're really trying to do is acquire profitable customer journeys at a profit. What do those customer journeys look like that we can focus on, and how do we do that better? And the impact on LTV is tremendous, which ultimately means you have more revenue, which means right away you can spend more money on your Facebook ads, and you can pay more to acquire a sale because you know that customer is worth more. So you got more revenue in the bank when you wake up in the morning every day, and you can spend more money to acquire somebody, which makes scale really easy. And I think that goes to the idea of a good business will scale a Facebook ad account. But a really good Facebook ad account won't necessarily scale the business. And I think so many people have been taught, well, all I need to scale my business is good Facebook ads. And that's the opposite of how you should be looking at something.
And just to give just to share a case study, Charlie, just because the account that I picked to kind of go over with you on our one-on-ones was the dog treat company. When I started, they were doing $2,500 a month in sales, and we're going to do about close to 3 million this year in revenue. And I promise you, it's been a direct result of what you've taught me in the course.
3 million. That's amazing.
Yeah. One of the things we do is we've got these smoked bones. They're super popular. I found that through Golden Bear testing. It wasn't even the product we were selling at the time when I started running the Facebook account. We were doing jerky treats that we make also. Those are like our two kind of in-house specialties that we do ourselves. And then I said, what the heck? Let me throw up the bones in the Golden Bear and let me test that. And I saw the results were much better. In the beginning, it was just one ad I had that started pushing the company forward, and now we've got 4 or 5. And I remember you telling me the problem is you're just not spending enough money, because I was like, let me find more ads. And you're like, no, that's not your problem. You just got to spend more money on what you have. And this thing has just exploded. The company's based out of Philadelphia. I went to visit yesterday, and they've got a smokehouse near there. the smokehouse can't keep up.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
I
so
love
building
that.
another smokehouse just for us, and
So
we're not their only client.
employing like manufacturers. They're getting people to do more construction stuff, more employees to make more things, to sell more good stuff. I'm gonna have to ask you for some of these smoke phones because I got 2 puppies in here that.
Yeah, I gotta send you some. I know.
Yeah, I would love to.
It's just
Not asking for freebies and handouts, but hey, if you got a couple extra lying around,
I'm happy to send you. And I remember you saying like, because I was only doing 5% every 3 days as far as increasing the spend. And I remember you telling me like, or maybe you said it in the course, like, that sounds kind of conservative. And first of all, when you ran the numbers, it's a lot better than it sounds, because over a year, the numbers better than I do.
Oh yeah,
it's. But I remember you telling me
1% a day over a course of a year can easily 3 to 10x a business. 5% every few days, like my women's clothing business went from 200,000 in January total revenue. We've done 600,000 in the first 4 days of January this year.
Wow.
Like last year, what we did in January, we did in 30 hours in this January. Like it's game changer. People are so scared. Like, I want to scale fast and do all this stuff. It's like,
right.
Why not let 3 months from now, the best day you'll ever have be the worst day you're going to ever see? Like, slow and steady means you also understand what happens to email and to conversion rate optimization on your web pages and to search and all of that stuff. And it helps with cash flow and inventory management. And the idea of like, if they had scaled 10x overnight, they wouldn't even be able to fulfill all the orders for the smokehouse. They would have been out of business.
That's what I was going to say to you. I remember you telling me, I was like, why don't we, let's be a little more aggressive. And you're like, or maybe you said it in the course. I just, I hear your voice all the time. So anyway, so I was like, you said, that they're not going to be able to keep up. So I remember at one point telling this to the owner of the company, and he kind of laughed at me. So I was there yesterday in Philly, and I saw the guy that, his full-time job is now just packing these orders. And he's like, he looked like, he's going to collapse because he keeps on falling behind, and this just keeps on growing and growing and growing. It's absolutely unbelievable. And for everyone out there, as a bonus, the owner of the company's approached me now to be his partner and another venture, a little bit different, little twist on it. And so we actually, that's why I went down there. We sat with the accountant, we filled out the paperwork. I mean, I don't know if there's a better way of saying someone is happy with your services than them asking you to be their partner in something else.
That's amazing, man. Yeah. Good for you. It was like, I remember you came to me, you're like, yeah, I've got this community of entrepreneurs. I really want to help them out.
Right.
What you say makes sense. And you've gone from like, I hope this thing works out for me, to people are making me a partner in their business, and I'm lifting up my community, and I'm becoming a valuable board member of like successful entrepreneurs that have been clients of mine. And that's just the beginning, man. I mean, that's phenomenal, dude. Like, congratulations.
And I'm telling you, it was absolutely taking this course. That was definitely the turning point for me. I mean, I'm a pretty smart guy, and I was watching a lot of videos and stuff. I was reading a lot. I've been involved I delivered newspapers when I was 6 years old. I had that little red wagon or whatever it was with the newspapers on it. And sometimes it was sometimes a little cold, and I kind of put a few extra newspapers at one house to finish my route a little sooner. So I've been involved in business for a while.